Yeah. Hey, Lady K. How are ya? I couldn't sleep. I went to sleep earlier. I couldn't, and I woke up and I couldn't go back to sleep. I think my husband was having a nightmare because he was screaming. So I went into the other room. How you doing, Colt? Glad to see I'm not the only one that can't sleep. Well, I fell asleep earlier and then I woke up. Hi, Lanky. And then I woke up and I couldn't get back to sleep. And then I went to see if anybody was live and nobody showed up. Like on my who I'm subscribed to. So anyways, anywho, I'm glad to see you. Well, I usually am, but I fell asleep really, really early tonight, even before dinner. And then I didn't wake up till like 10. That's true. You said I was a bitch, which is fine because I can be sometimes, which is why I'm going live tonight because I need to apologize to someone. I was having a bad day today and I kind of was mean to Nunya on my panel this morning. And I just want to apologize to her. Whether she accepts my apology or not, I don't know. But I just want to put that out into the universe that I really feel bad about making her feel, making her feel bad. It wasn't about her, it's about me. My husband has a bad flu. I think that's going around because my husband came home the other day and he says, we're due for flu shots, but I just had it. So I don't know if it's going to do me any good or not. Well, yeah, but I don't like when I make someone feel bad. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the type of person, if I make you feel bad, you tell me that you feel bad, I'll apologize and I'll own it. And I'm owning that I did make her feel bad today and I shouldn't have done it. Um, see, I'm used to being hard on myself, but I shouldn't put that on someone else. I shouldn't be hard on someone else just because I know how I mean things. And even if I don't mean things the way they sound, um, but I'm really sorry, and I'm saying this publicly. I apologize to her for making her feel a certain way. And it's around Christmas time too. I shouldn't, I don't know. I just like I have a weird sense of humor. I'm a weirdo. Though my doctor said to me too, my psychiatrist, he said, you need to think about what you say before you say it, because things don't come out the way you mean them. It's just like when you type something on here and you mean it as a joke, but typing something and meaning something on here, especially when you type it out, it loses its context. You might say, oh, you're a weirdo, and you don't mean it, you're joking about it. So anyways, I'm saying it publicly. I apologize to Nunya because I made her feel a certain way today. So, and that was wrong of me. But anyways, I just wanted to say that. I want to put that out there. And, you know, when you can't sleep and it's bothering you, I needed to say that for her and for me. But what I really respect about her, hi, Steph, why don't you have a wrench? I gave you a wrench before. When I make someone feel a certain way, I need to apologize. So, sorry, Nunya. But I really I don't know how to joke, I guess. I'm an idiot. see what I mean? Like I can say that about myself. But hey, LaDonna. Oh my God, I haven't seen you in like forever. You're welcome, Steph. Where is everybody tonight? Because I fell asleep real early and then I woke up about 9:30. I'm like, who's live? Nobody. And I'm subscribed to a lot of channels. Where the hell have you been, LaDonna? I haven't seen you in, oh, what? Freaking over a year? That's weird. What are you thanking me for? Oh, you had a wrench before, Steph. I just gave it back to you. I don't know why. I don't know why you didn't have a wrench. I must have taken it away for some reason. I'm an idiot. We have a lot of people and we stand strong even if we disagree. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Jenny, Jen. Oh, I don't know how you do it, Jenny, with your streams. Seriously, I'm like, if I go for an hour, that's my kind of my limit. Why isn't anybody live tonight? So we're trying to think of a Christmas song that we can make for YouTube, but nobody was around, I guess. Really? I wondered how you could do that all the time. Seriously, that's smart. Maybe that's when you're quiet, that's um your quiet time. I just want to send out some good thoughts to Ems because she just got out of the hospital. So I'm hoping she's feeling better. Hi, Carrie. I'm hoping she's feeling better. I had no idea she was in the hospital. And not once, but twice. So if you can just say a little prayer for her. Oh, God. Thank you, Lady K. Lady K. Where's Jenny Jen? Why doesn't she have a wrench? I got a wrench in her chat. She needs a wrench in mine. There we go. And seriously, I don't like people not to have wrenches if I see them all the time or talk to them. There you go. There you be. I don't know where Simon is. I haven't seen him either. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Um, oh, I will eventually, or I'll find something to watch, and then I'll fall asleep watching it. That's usually what I do. Because when Jenny's live, when on her streams, I will catnap. I will catnap, and I'll listen to, you know, Jenny, you've been getting a lot of people in your streams lately. I can't. The thing is, when there's like over 400 people, I can't keep up. So I have to keep scrolling down, scrolling up, and scrolling up. So I hope you feel better too, Jenny. I heard you coughing the other day. Did not sound good. Are you a smoker? I always say that. That's the first thing I say when I hear someone coughing. Are you a smoker? That's from a non smoker because I don't smoke anymore. I need to say something. I love everyone, my friends. I support everyone. And the thing is, we treat everyone with kindness. It's okay. No, I didn't. This morning I was a bitch. So, yeah, I needed to apologize publicly. It's newbies. I don't know half these people. I'm trying to figure out who's who, actually, Jenny. I really don't know who all these people are. I seriously. I mean, the Amber channel is completely new to me. What else is new to me? I don't know. I stopped trying to figure it out. I mean, I just I just try to stay in my own little cocoon. I've been watching a lot of different channels, like redneck channels. This is one girl I watch. I think she's got like 500,000 subs, and she's from, I think it's Louisiana. That girl, and she's gorgeous. She looks like she could be a model. She goes catfishing. She's like, she's amazing. I like most of the newbies. They just got to learn some stuff. Well, Jenny, it's just like us when we first started, and I'm including myself. I was, I, you know, I did not have tough skin. I would just, every time something was said about me, I would just, I would take it too, I would take it too seriously. And seriously, since I've been in the hospital, I'm like, I don't give a shit if people see what I look like in the morning. Like, that's why I went, hi, Mr. and Mrs. Heaven. Mr. and Mrs. Heaven Central. Is that supposed to be a candle? I'm trying. Yeah, I wasn't very good this morning, and I'm not very happy with myself. But I discovered the French Chateau Renovations channel. Now I want most of the channels I watch have like 500,000 subs plus up to 1 million, and like those RV channels, where they travel around in RVs and stuff. They've got lots of subs. And I watched this one, and she's got like a mohawk, and it's pink. Oh my God. I love watching that channel. And I mean, they live in that RV with 3 kids. I don't know how they do it, but they travel all over the place. It's amazing. So I remember it's a time thing. Over time, they'll learn too. We've all got thick skin nowadays. I forgot. Well, we've been around for, I've been here for 4 years. So I had to learn, and after a while, you're just like, what you can and can't do on here. And some of us push the envelope, some of us don't want to push the envelope. Um, I'm a wimp that way. I would rather um, get along with people than fight. I haven't seen LaDonna in over a year. I was shocked when I saw her come in here. Yeah, we have good people here. And that's why my husband, when I would get upset, I would go live and I would get upset, he'd say, "Why the hell do you do that to yourself?" And I said, "Because for every rotten person on here, there's like 10 really nice people. That's who I do it for. The nice people on here." We have a really good family here. Yeah, we do. On the most part. I think most people have good intentions. I know I do. Doesn't come across sometimes. Who's 333? Oh, JJJ. I can't see. I need to get reading glasses because I saw 333. Seriously need reading glasses. I can't hardly see nothing. I have to put everything away. I'm nearsighted, but now I'm getting farsighted. So I'm going to need reading glasses, which I never thought I'd need. I used to have bifocals, but they bother me. They make me dizzy for some reason. So, what are you guys doing up tonight? Yeah, send out good thoughts to Ems. Hey, Scott. Good morning. Oh, is it past midnight already? Oh, it is too. It's tomorrow. It is tomorrow. So, what do you guys want to talk about? Anything? And don't ask me to cam up because I look like crap right now. I'm in bed. My husband had a nightmare and fell out of bed. He's been doing that a lot lately. And so he was like, this woke me up out of a dead sleep. Nearly 8 years coming up, dang it. I can't believe I've been here that long. Me, Ash, Demon Corey came from the same place. I was neutral there, and they were on different sides way back then. Yeah, Corey's special. I don't get her anymore. And I used to really try with her, but I know you've been around a long time. Ash 274 has been around a long time. Rosie O'Kelly's been around for a long. Actually, Rosie O'Kelly was one of the first people I started watching on here. So I think I've been around for 5 years because I watched that whole thing go down with Mallory with D-Dub when she went to Las Vegas. Oh, no, it was Las Vegas. No, it was Florida, I think. They rented a house and Mallory and D-Dubs got into an argument, and she said that Vinny had hired someone to kill her. Oh my God. Talk about drama queen. But I used to watch all of those people. I didn't really know about the drama community much. I love Rosie too. We're talking her into coming to this year's Troll Awards, dang it. Oh, yeah, she doesn't do much anything, but she does chooches. She does. I mean, she doesn't. I don't see any drama on her channel, and I'm subbed to both her, Rosie O'Kelly, and Rosie Murphy. She's funny. She knows. She really knows how to fix those things that she works on. But yeah, she was the first, one of the first people I watched on here before I knew what the drama community was, and that, people had live streams about crime and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, she was one of the first ones. So I kind of crawled down a rabbit hole with her and finding out about who Mallory was. Because, when someone mentions somebody, um, you go and check out who they are. Amanda May. I mean, those people, all those people, I just, I kind of lurked around trying to figure out what was what. So when they had that getaway where when Mallory was in Florida, I think it was Vegas. Was it Vegas Barbie? I think it was at her house. And she said, she said the D-Dubs was trying to kill her. Hey, Jonathan. Oh my God. I'll tell you what she's ruined for me, saying holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. I mean, she says it every other word. She's completely ruined that saying for me. Completely. I'm a kid. I'm very proud of my friends here, and we we can take care of each other. I don't know. I don't like that there's sides, and that if this person is in your chat, that means you can't like this person. I wish we could find somebody that was the old stream of D's with the chat. I'd love stuff to down PayPal. Mal's. Oh yeah, Mallory's throat. You mean that nobody streamed? I mean, no, nobody recorded that. That's got to be around here somewhere, because nothing ever goes away. I mean, who was? It was Mallory, I think, that had gone live. But maybe Vegas Barbie hasn't. I don't know. I don't know who would have it. But I watched that whole thing. And I think it had something to do with a bedroom. She had the biggest bedroom or something like that. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I think if I'm thinking right, it had something to do with a bedroom. But I could be wrong. I don't do the sides crap. I still have both sides in my chats and like to stay as neutral as possible. Yeah, me too. Like, everybody is welcome here. I'm not going to, I mean, except if you got me blocked and I can't see you. Don't come in here. Because if someone blocks me, that means they don't want to, they haven't want to have nothing to do with me. So stay where you are and I'll stay where I am. But as far as fighting, I don't want to fight, or say that you can't come in my chat because you support this one or that one. No. Uh-uh. Oh, yeah, that was it. Everybody was super chatting D. That's right. I know, and I knew it had something to do with it. I love your name, Audrey. Audrey Hardburn. That's such a great name. That and another name that I really like on here is Reese without her spoon. Some people are so smart on here. They are really inventive with their names. I just use my regular name. I don't have an imagination, much of an imagination. How are you, Audrey? If you search Mallory and D, let me see if I can find that. Mallory and D. What was she always Mallory, or did she have another name at one time? Because I know she's House of Williams now. Mallory. Oh no. Ugh. I mean, I have nothing against her, but oh my God, is she an e-beggar or what? Her and Bumshow. I'm sorry, but Williams. Williams and D. Because he used to be D-Dub Travels. All that comes up for me is Vinny G. That's it. Oh, Mallory Williams back again. That was Sugar. I can't find it. I don't have the patience tonight. Maybe I'll look tomorrow. See if I can find it. Hey, Smokey. How you doing, Smoke? Don't see you much around here, Smokey. Where the hell have you been? You're doing the fourth annual Christmas show. Isn't that weird, Smokey, that we've been around that long? You're ready for 2023? That just means I'm another year older. I remember thinking, I don't know, it was in the 70s, thinking, wonder if I'll live to be, when in the future when it's 2020. Like, remember when, was it, was it Prince sang that song? Let's party like it's 1999 or something like that. I don't remember. I do not remember. Carla, I backed away because I was so flipped out at how people treated. Hey, Lee, how are you? Lee or D? I just don't want to fight. And that's why I had to come on and apologize tonight, because I did not mean to hurt anybody's feelings. And if I did, I sincerely apologize. That was not my intention. But, you know, I had a we had a really good Thanksgiving. We spent it with uh, my stepson, his wife, and their family, and I caught the flu. So, yeah. But then when you're around kids, you're going to catch whatever they have. That's how it goes. Prince was 1999. I thought it was him. Sky was so purple. So what are you going to do for your party, Smokey? Do you even go live anymore? I'm subbed to you, but I never get notifications. Actually, never get notifications. My goodness. I don't even know why I went live tonight. I didn't think anybody'd show up, to be honest with you. You know, I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of this great divide in this community, but community, I keep, instead of going up in subscribers, I go down. I'm going in the opposite direction. I mean, it'd be different if I was trying to make money, but it's like I check every day and I'm like, why do I keep going down? Why am I not going up? I don't get it. And then somebody like Molly has 80,000 subs. Oh, everyone sends you gay gifts. That's right. That's right. I was going to crochet you something naughty. Maybe I'll do that this year. Oh, you're going to do a Christmas stream. He's had the flu. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Chat. My husband, he's doing good, but he has TV on, all earplugs. Yeah, let me figure out. I have to get a pattern for that. It was like the hat was like, well, I can't say on here, but it was naughty. It was very naughty. If I can find it again. I know who found it for me last year was Joy Lang. How the heck she has 80,000 is beyond me. Oh, please don't get me started on her. That's what I'm saying. I go down in subs, she goes up. And these people, I mean, that she has in her chat, are they blind, deaf, and dumb? And then that guy she has on, jaundice on her panel is so freaking boring. I'm sorry, but ugh. Can you imagine living with that guy? Ugh. Put you to sleep even if you weren't tired. But when I first came on YouTube, this is how long I've been on YouTube. She had 20,000 subs. Now she's at 80,000. Are they called stump covers? No, actually, they look exactly like a female, part of the female anatomy and part of the male anatomy. No, actually, no. The male is pretty easy to do, but the female is a little bit harder because you have to stuff the male anatomy. Well, you guys will know. I'll get on that. I'll get right on that, Smokey, just for your Christmas thing. Oh my goodness. I love Carla because she will say nope, and she's very strong French. Yeah, I do. I do speak French. Well, my mother was French, so she taught us French, and her whole family was French. So, and my sister and me went to French school. So, of course, we learned French that way. But yeah. Yeah, sure. I can't say on here what I'm going to send because I want it to be a surprise, but I will. I can count to 10 in French. That's it. I can count, well, I can count endless in French, but I can actually count in German too because we lived in Germany for 3 years. So you pick things up, and instead of living on the base, my dad opted to live in the little town. So of course we picked up a little German there. Plus my grandmother was German. So she used to, teach us a little bit. Smokey, I'm sending hugs. I hope you're doing okay. It's so difficult to love you so much. Yeah. And you know what's sad around here? And I don't know if you guys have noticed it too, but a lot of the people I've been watching at night and stuff don't go live anymore at night. It's like I woke up tonight, I'm like, I wonder who's live. Nobody was live. So MGL and Perplex gift arrived yesterday. Oh, really? Huh. Well, it doesn't take snail mail. It doesn't take long to get anywhere anymore. I'll send you something. I have to start working on it though, because I wasn't really planning on it. Hi, Lady Scrapper. Did I say hello to you? I don't think I did. Oh, goodness. But that's all I really went live for today, was to apologize to Nunya because I made her feel bad. And it was not intentional. But sometimes, hi, Winter Storm. How are you doing? I can't sleep either. Insomnia sucks. Yeah, I've been like, here's my problem. I'll take a nap in the afternoon and fall asleep for a couple hours. Then I'll go watch, I'll go down a rabbit hole, and then you know, and then I'll start watching it, and then I can't go back, can't go back to sleep. I started watching this comedian last night, Gabriel Iglesias. My God, he's hilarious. He does like voices. Oh God, he's so funny. He's so funny. So that's what I've been doing. And watching a lot of Netflix. A lot of Netflix. You're 49? I didn't know age. I would never ask anybody their age, but let's just say I'm a lot older. That's why I try not to take naps, but my doctor gave me good sleep meds. Wait, oh my God, I have great sleep meds, but I try not to take them. I just made her feel bad this morning, and I feel bad about it now. But see, I'm used to making light of myself, and I don't realize how I come across to others. And that's why I'm apologizing publicly. And, and to anyone else, if I've made you feel bad. And what I really respected about her was that she came to me to tell me. And that's, instead of like, you know, going off on me publicly, she came to me privately. So, but I need, because, when I say something, and I'm hard on myself too, because I'll say, oh God, I'm such an idiot, and people will say, you shouldn't say that. But see, I don't think anything of it because it's just me. But when you do it to someone else, you have to think about how you come across to them. You just have to think how think. And my psychiatrist told me that you have a habit of just blurting things out. And it's true. I'll blurt things out and not think and be sorry I said whatever I said later. And that you can't do that, especially publicly. I just don't want to, get into any back and forth with anybody anymore, because I've been there, done that. You know what I mean? And it never, and some half the time you get into a back and forth and it's not even your fight, you know. Well, that's the thing, is that's why I'm apologizing publicly, and I won't say the whole thing, you know. I mean, but I did make her feel bad, and I am sorry for that. I did not mean, I did not mean to hurt anybody's feelings. And if I ever hurt your feelings, please tell me. Just come up here and smack me upside my head. I've been so busy too. I've been doing a lot of crocheting and a lot of I'm making a blanket right now for my grandson. So I had my husband go out. Carla, can you say what happened? It's just that I made her feel bad by, by saying, like, when I go to myself, when I say stuff to myself, like I'm an idiot, or I actually said, I said she was weird or something, and it made her feel bad. And I'm really sorry I did that, because it's not right. You can say it to yourself, and you can say things about yourself, but don't put that burden on someone else. And especially if you know, that they might take it seriously. So I shut my mouth from now on. And you think I'd learn that by now on here? Sometimes you just have to shut up. Things just come out of my mouth sometimes. I've always been blunt. I would be horrible if I went on a panel. I would be pissing people off left and right. Yeah, but and see, the thing is, when you piss off someone that you really care about, that's what, and that's what I did. And I didn't even, and the thing is, I did not even realize it. So, and that's another problem I have, is I'm not good at being self-aware. So, but I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm the same, Carla. I don't try to upset anyone either. Well, I did, and I'm sorry. And I mean, that's actually one of the reasons I couldn't sleep tonight, I think. It bothered me a lot. And I wanted to say publicly, I am so sorry that if I made you feel bad, because it's wrong. Hey, Robbie. Oh, I love you too, Robbie. That's what I guess if you saw more people apologizing on here, that's exactly what I'd like to see done on here. Like, if you realize that you've done something and you know, because I am really aware that I was wrong this morning, but you know, no, there's no buts. I know there's no buts. I was guilty of making someone feel bad, and for that, I'm very, very sorry. So, but the way I word things too is wrong. I'm thankful for nice people. Well, I wasn't very nice this morning. See, I'm not aware of how I come off to others because I'm so used to being hard on myself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so used to that it doesn't occur to me. And I need to be more, even my psychiatrist told me, you need to think before you speak instead of blurting something out and then, being sorry afterward. Because afterwards it's too late because you've already hurt that person's feelings. You know, you can't unring a bell, is what he says. That's what I say too. I mean, once you've said something, you've hurt someone's feelings, that's it. It's done. Yeah, it's very nice to see you, Robbie. I'll check in tomorrow. I need to do a couple laundry, but I'll check a few. I love you guys, and it's good to have channel strength. Closure, 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 strength. God, I can't even talk tonight. My mouth is so dry, too. It's like really dry. What did I see? I don't know if Robbie's still in here, but I saw on Facebook that you put your tree up. It's very, very nice. And that's what I don't see a lot of either. People complimenting each other. Like, I know there's more money and when you're fighting and stuff like that, but sometimes it's just nice to throw someone a bone and say, "Oh, I really liked what you did," or "You did good," or no. Tree up over here. I'm not sure if we're putting up a tree this year. See, being that my dad died around Christmas time, some years I feel like putting a tree up, and some years I don't. I think this is going to be one of the years that I don't. Plus, our niece, passing away last year, which was a real tough one. It was a tough Christmas last year, and because we had already bought her gifts, you know, and it was a freak when the way she was only 9 and the way she passed away was such a freak accident. It was such a freak accident. What are you doing up, Gingerlocks? Why don't you have a ranch? How did that happen? You always have a ranch. I know. Well, I slept earlier. That was my big mistake. Is I didn't eat dinner, and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up a couple hours later, and that was it. Oh, and then we go to bed, and my husband starts having a nightmare, and he's screaming. And when I say screaming, he's yelling at somebody. And then he falls out of bed. So, first of all, the tablet that he uses fell. So that made a lot of noise. And then he kind of fell out of bed. I'm like, wow, what is going on? So, of course, that woke me up. I don't know, Ginger. I've never taken your wrench away unless I did it accidentally. Because that could happen. You click on someone's name and you accidentally take the wrench away, but that could have happened too. I was looking for someone to be live, but I didn't see anybody that was going live. Because I really wasn't in the mood to go live. I was very looking to watch something. Sure, if you want to. Let's see. Hang on. Why can't I ever? Oh. See, I'm upstairs. I'm not even on my computer right now. Here you are. I took a nap today, so I'm awake. Well, see, I slept for about 2.5 hours after, well, I didn't even eat. Hey, why don't you have a wrench? What the hell is going on here? Is YouTube taking my wrenches away? I'm telling you, it's starting to piss me off. I think it's worse that when you've lost someone around Christmas time, I think that's the worst. The worst. But I mean, Risa didn't pass away during Christmas. She passed away the first day of school. Hello, hello, woohoo, hello, hello,
Hi.
hi.
Feeling. I just came in and I'm like, what's wrong?
Oh, I had to apologize to somebody, so I went live and apologized.
Are you okay?
I can barely hear you.
That's because I'm probably really quiet. Is that better?
Oh, yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Now I can hear you.
I was a little far. I wanted to make sure you were okay. I just want to let you know, Carla.
No, I guess I made not, and I'm going to say it was Nunya. I made her feel bad this morning, and I feel bad. It's not my intention to make anybody feel bad, but I'm so used to, saying to myself, oh, I'm such a weirdo. I'm such an idiot, that when I say it to someone else, I don't realize how I come across to that person. And I guess I hurt her feelings, and that I really, feel bad about it.
Oh,
So I came on here to apologize.
I didn't even know. So I want you to know,
Yeah.
though, it's good to talk, right? Even just saying that, it's good to communicate and talk to one another and open up.
Yeah.
I think there's been just a lot of people not being their authentic selves, right? All over the place, not, I mean,
And
in the real world too.
well, the thing is, I don't want any trouble from anybody. And I guess, I'm trying to distance myself from Samara and from behaving, and I don't want to fight with them.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to fight with people either. I find it pointless to fight with people on the internet.
Nobody wants to fight with anybody, right? I mean, you're not around people that want to fight people, you know.
Right.
You
I
don't
can
cover
see,
drama.
I
Well,
can
You don't.
yeah, but it doesn't take much for someone to
Oh, I know.
raise your blood pressure,
take
right?
something
Yeah.
the wrong way. And it doesn't matter what it is. Why is this person on here? I just deleted them. Do I have to keep deleting them? Yeah, but when you make someone feel bad, then you feel bad. I'm trying to not make, especially this time of year. This is a bad time of year for me. My dad passed away on the 27th of December.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Carla.
So,
It is. It's
well,
every
not
year.
this year. I mean, years ago, but still, this
But
time of year. I mean, some days, some years we feel like putting up a tree, and I don't think we're going to this year. And
I
some
want you
years,
to know that I'm going through that with you this year. Okay. I'm going through the same thing you are this year. And I am here for you. And I hope that you're there for me,
oh
because
yeah,
it's
most
hard.
definitely.
I can tell you I'm only in the second year, Carla, and I don't know how, to even think clearly. So, it's a thing. It's
And
a
and
real
it's and even though it's been over 20 years for my dad, and I know it's been a while for your mom, every once in a while, and especially at this time of year, because this is the time of year, around the time of year that he passed,
right.
yeah, I'll start thinking about him, or I'll see a picture of him and I'll just start bawling.
Yep.
And it's just this, like,
I did
YouTube
that
is
3
not.
times yesterday, right? In Kohl's, for God's sakes. And sitting there waiting for my Best Buy order to come out. I sat literally in yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and
tough.
what, and you never know when it's going to come over you. It just, and I think to myself too, because my mom passed away too, not 20 years ago, but
Right.
3 years ago. And when I think about my mom, I think, why did I have that argument with her? Why couldn't, because you know how mothers and daughters are. You know?
oh,
Yeah.
yes, I
Well,
do. Mm-hmm.
we used to butt heads, and I would think to myself, well, you don't have her anymore, because I would call her every Sunday, or she would call me.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept all her messages on my other phone. And then they changed my number, and I lost every single message I had from my mother.
Oh,
So that was a tough one, because at least I had her voice,
right,
Now I
right.
don't have that.
I
You
do
think
understand that.
you think Christmas is just this joyous time of year that you're coming into, and you've got to buy for people and all of that, but you're also in this other world of grief, of missing. And I don't care what stage you're in, right? Um,
Mhm.
the Christmas season, it's that, especially if you lost somebody around that time, you're always gonna feel it. It's a constant reminder.
It is.
You can't
And it's
always
like,
put on a happy face either.
well, and especially when someone says, well, I'm going to my dad's, or I'm going to my mom's. And you think to yourself, because other years, we did stuff together. And this year, you don't have that. And sometimes I find myself getting jealous because I don't have that, you
I
know?
find getting lost, like I don't even know how to decorate lost, or wanting to
Hmm.
even decorate. I find myself in those situations all the time. And
Hmm.
it, it's grief. I don't know how to explain it. And I can't say that it goes away. It doesn't, Carla. It only gets fewer
Yeah.
and
And everybody
fewer.
grieves differently. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and
Abs-
even though it's been a long time for my dad, I still have moments where, and I know it's been a long time for your mother, but isn't there moments when you just miss her, like, terribly?
Yes. Every day.
ladies, I'm going to jump down because I'm starting to get tired, but I'll be in the chat listening.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, that's how I feel sometimes.
I know. I just did that. I thought of you for some reason when I was actually crying in Best Buy.
Oh my God.
in the parking
That's
lot.
weird.
Yeah, I know, right? No, because
And there I am.
I don't know
Well,
how
you know
other
what?
people deal with it or how to normally deal with it. I don't know how to
Well,
do that.
I'm here for you. I think the I think the best thing you can do for someone like that is talk to them. Not
Mhm.
say you know how I feel if you have both your parents. Just say it's okay. Talk about it.
Yeah.
Tell me what you're feeling right now. And I know for you, it's your father is so recent. This is going to be hard for you, really hard.
And the best thing I can do, and I'm going to tell you this, is be there for you. That's where I
Hmm.
put that energy to people
Yeah,
who are in the same position and just want peace for once, for a hot second.
right.
Yeah. So I stand with you, Carla.
And and people say that, Lee. People say holidays aren't always happy for everybody.
No.
Like, um, they lost especially now with the COVID and how many people, passed away from that. I mean, oh my gosh.
Christmas shopping still doesn't feel normal, you
I don't
know?
even feel like Christmas shopping, to be honest with you. I
But
said to my husband, I said, let's just give him money and forget about it because I don't even want to wrap presents. I
I thought
don't.
the same way not too long ago. I literally thought the same way. I'm like, I don't even care. I don't
I
know.
said, why can't we just give them money and let them buy whatever they want and be done with it, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like celebrating
And
because
don't
it's not
force
a
yourself.
happy time of year for me.
Right. And don't force yourself to either. And don't be forced into
No,
it. Right. Don't.
no. And see, some years I'm okay. This year, well, we lost our niece last year. So there's that on top of it. She was 9 years old. Can
It's
you imagine?
in
9 years old.
such a terrible way.
Oh,
And
and it was such a freak accident.
yeah,
And that's another thing, she can never, I was thinking to myself, she was 9 years old when she passed away, and she can never celebrate another Christmas. Like, never. And, she went through a lot in her life. She had some kind of palsy. I don't know, but she had to have a lot of, surgeries and stuff just to die in a freak accident
right.
was
Not
like
fair. It's
horrible.
not fair. None of that is
No,
none of it.
life isn't fair.
Well, especially that. Come on.
Oh my God. Well,
It'll make you cry in
do
delicious.
you know the story of how she passed away?
Carla, every time I literally I have to leave my body to hear that story. I can't.
It is it was so horrible. The funeral was horrible. And I tried to keep it together, during the funeral. But there was grown men at her funeral. Grown men. When I see a grown man crying, I lose it. There
Oh
was
yeah.
grown men at that. Well, it was a memorial because she had to have a closed casket. Um, it was, oh God. When I see a grown man crying, it's just the worst thing for me.
You know, a child though,
And there
really.
was grown men crying. Well, these men had to clean up the crime. That wasn't a crime scene, but what I mean, the accident scene, because they didn't want the mother coming home to blood on her driveway.
And don't
That's
you
how
think?
bad it was.
And those people probably haven't forgotten either, Carla.
No, that's traumatizing.
Exactly. So their
And I
Christmas.
think some of the grown men, though, because it was all men and couples that cleaned up the driveway. I think some of the men that actually did it, they were at that memorial service, and I see a man crying, even my husband, was, and my husband never cries. That's the thing, is he never cries. He got teary eyed.
Didn't that just
And I'm
break?
like,
That's like the moment I've experienced at one time, and that was like the moment that I couldn't even handle. Watching him cry, right?
uh-huh. And the only other time I've seen my husband cry was when, and we were all around his mom's bed when she passed. We were actually there when she passed away, holding on to her, and that is the only other time that I've seen him. And he didn't really cry. He just, his eyes were red, and I knew he was like feeling, he was trying to stop himself from crying. I'm like, you know,
I'm just, has anybody else felt like, I don't know if I'm just coming into that age or what, but I just feel like I've seen too much death.
I
Like
know.
I've just seen, there's only so much a human with a good heart can take, and watching it is just, and I can't say that in a serious way, because I mean, look at our soldiers and all of those people. But for me, like, just watching the closest people around me take their last breath, man, that's it's
That
traumatizing.
was
It's
that
a
was
little
hard.
traumatizing.
That
Yeah,
was that was really hard. Well, you were with your mom, weren't you, when
both. I was with both. Yeah. But it doesn't seem right. Of course, you're gonna want to, like, I do it no differently, right? It just
right.
doesn't seem right that we have to experience that so many times now, right?
Yeah. Well, we experienced my dad passing. My dad died of a sudden death heart attack. He
Oh,
was 64 years old. 64 years old.
threw your
That's,
family into a shock, right?
I mean, and it was and what was really weird about when my dad passed away, and I was living like 2,000 miles away, I shot up in bed at the exact moment he passed away. The phone rang. It was my brother telling me that my mom was in an ambulance with my dad going to the hospital. And I called the hospital. I got the number. I don't know how I did it, but I got the number of the hospital. And I said, I'm trying to check on my dad. And she goes, what's his name? I said, he went there by ambulance. I said, and I told her his name. And she goes, just a minute, dear. As soon as she said that, I knew he was gone. As soon as she said it. And the weird thing is, I shot up in bed at the exact moment he passed away. I know a lot of people say
That's real.
that never happened. Come on up, Nunya. This is
Yes.
actually dedicated to you.
See,
This whole stream is
we
dedicated
just
to
need
you.
to start saying things, out in
Yeah.
the open. If none, and if that was the case, like, if you would have said that to me, from now on, I'm just gonna start calling you weird back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to like, but it's hard to write that, when you're
you know Sometimes things are just misconstrued and not communicated, and we're
well, and it is maybe, my type of joking, because I call myself a freaking weirdo all the time, or I call myself an idiot.
which you're
And
not.
no, but and even my psychiatrist said to me, you know, you got to think about what you say before you say it, because
I have that.
sometimes you spit out things that you maybe other people don't think it funny,
Yeah,
you know.
same, Carla. I have the
And
same.
even typing in a chat, like I've typed in chats. I'm trying to put the link
I
up.
think I'm a mind reader, Carla. I genuinely walk
I
around like,
think
and I
you did.
feel things.
Well, that was weird about my dad, was when I shot up in bed, and actually the moment that he passed away. That's why when something happens, like when I get a feeling, like a sick feeling in my stomach, it
Mhm.
scares me. because I
Yeah.
think, oh my God,
That's a good,
I hope,
yeah. You're very empath,
yeah. And the
pathetic.
first thing I do is call my kids. The first thing, when I get that feeling, I call my kids, you know.
Oh,
I don't know
Carla.
why this isn't working. Oh, there she is. Shit. I'm trying to add to stream. Hi.
What are you doing?
I came up here to apologize to you because I know I made you feel
She's
bad
not
this
going
morning.
yet.
Like,
So I'm going to dedicate
What?
this stream to Nunya
Get
because
out of here.
I know, I mean,
Go
things
away.
that I say, don't come across always as a joke.
Don't
And
worry
that's what I
about it.
want to apologize.
Oh my
And
God.
so I'm going to dedicate this to you.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
So
Oh my
we're just
God.
talking about how hard this time of year is for some people.
It's all Jen's fault.
I know. I make everybody cry and just blame me. It's easy. I'm going to change my name to Blame Whistledown.
I'm serious. Like, I'm jealous of Nunya because she has both her
What?
parents. Like,
No.
I am.
I'll be honest,
Listen,
Carla, I kind of get that way.
don't
too.
be.
I get like, not, I don't know if it's jealousy or
No.
like, wah. I get that way. Like, I get that way when I hear people get handed things in their life, or when I'll even,
Hi, Ginger Lex Levy. Sorry. Hello.
I hear. I don't know
Oh.
what she said she gets that way sometimes when people get handed things. I
I
just want to
am
win $1
because
million.
of, that.
I think if I won
Right?
the
I've worked
lottery.
hard. I appreciate things more and all of that. I mean, my God, my best friend back in high school had everything handed to her. While I'm over here struggling, changing diapers at 4 a.m.
Well, when I
This is
was
go to
growing
the
up,
mall.
there was 4 of us, and my mom. I remember my mom making clothes, actually buying a sewing machine and making clothes, and we never wanted. And now kids nowadays, they have to have name brand everything. We didn't have that. My parents couldn't do that for 4 kids,
No.
or they'd have to do it for all. If they did it for one, they'd have to do it for all.
But you know what? What was I going to say? My dad's getting up there in age too, Carla. I mean, I don't know how long I'm going to have him because he's like, what, 86 now? And he's got a lot of stuff going on. My mom, she's supposed to have hip surgery and she don't want it because she's got a lot of health issues. They don't even know she can have it because of her health issues.
I want to be
So,
strong enough to be there too for you, Nunya. Like strong enough,
You're
yeah.
gonna, but here's the thing: you have them, and so you've got
I
to
know.
cherish what you have.
That's
But
the
I
best
got
Because
everything
gift,
going.
Yeah.
And then my mom's, here's the bad thing, is my mom's sister, who's 90, and if you see her, she don't even look at, she's now just started in a nursing home, which she thinks that as soon as she gets better, she's going back home. And she's not. And my mom is glad that it's by her house, but she keeps saying every day, if I lose her, I don't know what I would do.
Oh.
Which is not good. Because if my aunt's 91 years old.
Yeah.
that's when my mother-in-law, when she finally had to go into the nursing home, it was like a little apartments,
Yeah.
and we tried to talk her into selling her car. She goes, "That's the last thing,"
She has.
because she actually gave the house to the kids. She goes, "That's the last thing I have to hold on to as my, thing." And so we never pushed it, but we knew she couldn't drive. She couldn't drive. She couldn't freaking see to start with. But she goes, "That's the last thing I have,"
Mm-hmm.
and we understood it.
Yeah. Can you imagine getting to that point in life, even yourself?
No,
That's
No.
a saying to yourself, well, that's the last thing I
Okay.
have, you know?
I know. Who, when my grandparents died, and they were my mom's, on my mom's side, they kind of raised us too, because when my mom, she was 22 and she had 4 kids. So my grandmother lived right down the street, and she would come over every day at 7 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon and help my mom with the kids. And she was like our second mom. So when she passed away, she actually passed away the day my daughter was born. They just put it on the next day because they didn't want, and which was the same. Also, my daughter was born the same day as my sister was born. So she was like I said, she was like our mother. She was like our second mom. And to me, I don't care. My daughter's 38 years old. It seems like she died yesterday,
Yeah.
and it still hurts. So I know that hurt. And that's why I'm not looking forward to, I know I'm going to lose my parents one of these days. My mom's my best friend.
I know she is too, Nunya.
She's not, I can't,
and
and
that's
like, she can't wait for me to come home because, she needs help with my aunt because she doesn't
Well,
drive.
you
So,
do stuff for your mom and you do stuff
mhm,
with your mom, like you
Yep.
go shopping with her. That's why
yeah,
I'm jealous sometimes because I think, because I used to do that when I would go visit my mom. We would go shopping. I would always drive, but
yeah.
we would go shopping or we would go for lunch or we
Lunch,
would do
that's what
this
we
and we
do.
would do that. I miss that.
Mm-hmm.
And it
I do
doesn't go
too.
away. It just doesn't.
No.
I
And
can't even
that's our
envision.
thing. We make it a day, and I pick her up. We go to lunch, then we go shopping, and we both, we'll go clothes shopping, go furniture shopping. We look at knickknacks, and we spend a whole day. You know,
Right.
my dad will bug her throughout the day. What are you doing now? What do you do now? And I grab the phone. I go, leave her alone, and I hang up on him. She's, she, she just left
But
the
you know
house.
what? The things that bother you about your parents now, you're going to miss when you
Yep.
don't have
Oh,
them.
I
Yep.
know.
I'd give anything. I'd
I
give
know.
anything.
And my mom's always like, he drives me up the wall. He drives me insane. And I'm like, yeah, but you're gonna miss that. No, I
Yeah.
won't. Yes, you will. Because
Yeah.
that's her best friend. I don't care what she says. She was 16 years old when she married my father.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
That,
So
yeah.
they've been married, oh my gosh, it's gonna be 67 years.
Wow.
So tell me, when they both got into a car accident, both of them were looking for each other. That was the saddest thing ever. I had my mom in one room in the hospital. He had to get shipped off to a different hospital because he's a heart patient. So he's calling for my mom. She's calling for him, and she's screaming at the same time because she had 6 broken ribs.
Oh my God.
Oh,
So,
goodness.
yeah. And all they're doing is worried about each other. He's crying for her, she's crying for him.
So you know what these stories do when we let them out? They don't build up.
Mm-hmm.
We
Right.
generate close relationships.
Well, it's going to be hard for you this year. And this is one of the years it's going to be hard for me. I mean, it's not always, but I've been thinking a lot about my mom and a lot about my dad
Well, that's why you
because,
have friends, so we can help you get through it.
well, because Christmas was a really important
It was in your family.
holiday
Yeah.
for us
I love you,
as a
Lanky.
family, you know.
Carla,
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you too, this is probably in the 3 years I've known you. I can feel it just like you feel it. It's heavy this Christmas, it just seems heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to know you're not alone, and I can definitely stand by your side and hold your hand.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I don't even want to put up a tree. I don't want to buy it. I don't want to wrap a present. I mean, I know I'm going to have to, but my heart's not going to be in it.
No,
It's not.
and it's okay if it's not. You don't feel guilty, don't feel bad. It's okay.
Yeah.
This time you just, you want to feel this way for your parents. That's fine. You don't have to feel guilty about it. That's your
Yeah.
feeling, you know?
I mean, I try, you put on the persona that you're happy, it's Christmas, and you hear even hearing Christmas music in the stores.
I know.
I don't even want to be in the store to hear that. I don't,
And
it's not,
people will say, "Oh, time heals all." No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. My
no,
grandmother.
it's just like it's
You have your moments. You have your days.
You were in, yeah.
you get used to it. I think that's how I'm gonna word it, is you get used to it.
Yeah.
But still, every once in a while, you'll have a quiet time, or you'll hear a song on the radio, or you'll hear a song
Oh my
that
God.
just reminds you or puts you in that
It'll
space.
bring you to your knees.
Yep. Yep.
And I find I can cry real easy. I cry during commercials. Frick.
You're so, I'm
I
curious.
cries real.
When
I
I was
know.
going through menopause, I was that way. It would be
I'm
like
sitting.
puppy commercials would get me every time, and I was like,
You
"Look,
ladies.
the puppy," you know, start crying like crazy. And my husband would be like, "What is it now?" Like, look at the puppy. you know, it's like you need a puppy. I got one.
We all go through these times, and the best thing we can do is just kind of be there for each other and talk about
Just
it.
give moral support towards each
Talk
other,
about it.
and then
Get it
and
out.
and communicate.
Yeah.
Just say,
Yeah.
"Hey, I'm feeling this way today," or "Hey, you know."
Well, that's why I did the stream. Well, actually, one of the reasons was because I knew I hurt your feelings this morning, and I
No,
honestly
Carla.
was not. What, but I just want you to know that I when I joke around, it probably doesn't. And my psychiatrist told me that. He goes, you have to step back and think about how you would feel if you heard that directed towards you, because I'll blurt something out and then be sorry afterwards.
I do the same.
And he said, you can't unring that bell. Once you say it, it's out there in the universe. So I'll
It
try
just
to
took
be
me
better.
back. It's kind of like something that when it hit hard and you kind of shake your head going like, what? And then
Yeah.
you try to shake it off. And I'm the type that I used to hold it in, and it just made me get sick. And I'm like, I can't do that anymore,
No.
We're not good.
Well,
We're
I'm
not
glad you came
doing
to me.
And I
good.
just wanted to, that's why I did it with love, because I don't want it to be a repeat. This is different. I think if we just come to each other more for moral support and say, hey, I don't know if you
Well,
notice, but
I didn't want it to go any further either, because that's what I was
no,
afraid of happening. What
no,
happened last
no,
year,
not at all.
That's what we're going to avoid completely.
Yep. It's
Completely.
more for moral support than anything.
And you validate someone's feelings, and I'm validating your feelings because that's how you feel. But what happened to me last year is nobody validated my feelings, and that I know how that feels.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell
Now,
you, doesn't it feel like it's like walking on eggshells a little bit? Like, if I'm honest, like
Mm-hmm.
even each other, it does, because of all the distrust that happened with
Mm-hmm.
people, maneuvers, and the leaving people alone for no reason, and dropping friends and listening to what everybody else said, and all this, like it hurt. It hurt.
Oh God. Well, the thing that bothered me the most was knowing that I was right, but being led to believe that
You were
it
wrong.
was all in my head,
Yeah.
and that can screw someone up.
I mean,
And it
really,
did. And go
Well,
ahead.
they always and they double tagged you all the time, and that's what would really upset me. And they
and
would never give you a voice, and they did it on purpose. See,
that's what I was
that's
just. I don't know if it was unintentional, which is sick.
yes, It's
To me,
it's
it
not.
seemed completely
That
intentional.
was intentional. That was
You know,
intentional. It's like, don't give her a chance to talk to even think about it. So we'll tag team her. So this way she won't. She'll be in.
Well,
And that's
here's
the
what happened. First of all, the intervention letter, whatever, and then nothing. Then I hear nothing.
nothing.
And so how would you feel? Like,
Right.
how would you feel? Seriously, how would you feel?
Yeah.
like shit.
Alone, thrown
Yeah,
away.
exactly. That's how I felt.
Yes.
Mhm.
You know, we need to
Alone.
talk about all that. We need to get that shit out because it's only going to create more eggshells. You know,
Yeah.
I
And
don't
it's
want.
And that's
hurtful. I'll tell you,
exactly
I
right.
will never do that to anybody. That's why I'm validating your feelings.
Thank
I
you.
know that you felt bad this morning, and I feel bad that I made you feel that way.
No, I don't want
Because-
you to feel bad. I just wanted that's the whole reason why I wanted to talk about it, because I don't. I just want it when you base it on feelings, it's not to mean to hurt the other person. It's just to say I felt this way. And it's not an attacking way. Just wanted to let you know
No, but
that
I'm glad that, and I said that too. I said I respect her that she came to me and she didn't like go on a live stream somewhere and say, "This
I would
bitch."
never do that. I told you that. I'm not that way. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not. Because here's the thing, and this is what I was telling my friends. I said, I'm the type of person is I treat my friends the way I want to be treated. Okay. And I would think that if I did something, I would want them to come to me as I would come to them and say that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and if my friend came to me and said that really hurt my feelings that you did that, I'd want to validate that feeling to them. I wouldn't take it back and say, well, I didn't do that, or I didn't say it. Then you're putting them on the defense.
Yes.
And that's not
And
fair.
like I tell you, that I come across because I really am hard on myself.
You
I'll
are.
always say, if you listen to me, you'll say, "Oh God, I'm such an idiot," or "I look like hammered shit today." Like,
It's funny.
And I tell you all the time, stop doing that.
I
Or,
know, but
you know,
it's a lifelong habit,
I know. And
and
that's
it's
not
like
good.
you want to do it before someone else does it, and then
No.
it's out there.
No.
Don't think of that, because then you know
No.
what? You're putting out in the universe that flaw, and everybody will pick up on that flaw. Don't do that, because you're
Yeah.
better than that. And I always tell you that. Stop fussing with your hair. You look fine. You look good. You're a beautiful person. You're beautiful in here, and it comes out. It
It does.
radiates. Trust
Yeah.
me. Okay.
Well, the only thing I want to be, here's the thing that I want to be, is a good friend.
You
And
are. You're more than that. I told you that.
I'm
My
telling
friends
you,
become family. It's not just a friend anymore. It's
You think I
family.
still be here?
no,
Exactly.
I don't think so. And I've made up with people that I never thought I would make up with. And
Yeah.
then and it feels good to me. It feels good.
Yeah.
Like
I
Trisha
mean,
and
come
I,
on. 2 years ago,
TNT and
would you think that we would even be friends after we had our argument? I never thought
I
so.
never thought I'd be friends with Jen again. I said I
Right.
wouldn't be.
Yeah. You
I
know,
said I wouldn't be.
And
I
when you
said,
said
"Jen's
that,
that
I'm
bitch."
like,
love her. I
I
do.
even said, nope, she's going to be friends with her again, because I just knew you would be. I knew you would be, because something just told me if she saw what I saw, I know she would be, but it's got to be coming from her. I
Oh my
can't.
God.
Right. And you know, honestly, Carla, there's something to be said about the right time and the wrong time and all of that. You know, I don't know if you were ready to hear all of that at the time. That's what I just
Yeah,
think. You know what I mean? Like I have to justify it for, you not seeing it right away, is maybe it just wasn't the right time. Because
right.
I can't
Right.
think of
I'm
anything.
glad things happened the way it did because it
It was
made me a
supposed to
stronger
happen the way
person.
Yeah.
exactly.
Hi, Lee.
Hi, can you hear me? I have
Hi,
headphones on.
Lee.
Yeah.
I didn't even see you
Lee.
back there. I'm sorry. I
Can
was
you hear me
watching.
good? I'm not home, so
Yeah,
can
we
you hear
can
me
hear you.
clearly?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Very, very clearly.
Oh,
Very
my
clear.
fancy headphones work. Okay.
Yeah, you're fancy
So
too.
have we depressed you enough?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I came up. Let's get this party started. I've had so many people pass away. I can't count. I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
No, see,
It's
So you
rough.
cherish what
That's
you
what I
have
think.
left
This
around
time of
you.
year is hard. Don't you think this time of year is
Yeah, I
hard?
lost I can't even count. I can't even count. I've lost at least 6 very close friends.
Oh my
So I have
God.
one left with
You're-
friends with teenagers, and she's telling me I'm dying. I'm going to die. I go, please, you're not dying. Then there's nobody left for you. There's nobody left for me. So shut up and go to the doctor.
Well,
She's
does
got
it
to
get
wear,
easier, Lee? Does it get
huh?
any easier? Or
No, it doesn't get easier. I think
No.
about my mother every single day. I talk to my father in the house when I'm alone. It
oh,
doesn't get
Right.
easier. I
It
mean,
doesn't.
I'm
I think
glad
But I
you
about
said
said,
that.
funerals.
I'm so glad you said that.
Please, it's
I
just,
talked to my
it's,
mother, I talked to
yep,
my father, and I thought I
yep.
was crazy, but I'm like, oh,
No.
Mom, I'll think about a fight we had or something, and I'm going, I'll say to my mom, and I'll look up, and I'll say, I'm so sorry I did that. I'm so
same here.
sorry I said that to you. I
Well, the
that
good
yeah,
news with me is I don't have any regrets of anyone. The only regret I have is I went and saw my mom, and I said, Mom, I'll be back in October. And she passed 2 weeks later, but I was
mm,
already there
uh,
2 weeks. I had to get home.
Yeah.
Nothing I
yeah.
could do. I mean, and then my father, when he passed away, I was very sick. I couldn't get on the plane, and my dad was just at the brink of my sisters and the family. Why isn't Dad dying? I'm the firstborn, so I know he's not dying. He thinks I'm coming. I can't come. I'm sick. I can't get on a plane.
yeah.
And you know
Yeah.
how family could be. And I go, let me talk to Dad. You can't, he's always dying. And I go, I know. And we don't know why he's not dying yet. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so terrible to see. And I go, he's not dying
Oh
yet because
boy.
he's waiting for me. My
Yeah.
God, give me the damn phone. The
Yeah.
hearing's the last to go. Let me talk to Dad. I spoke with my
And that's
father.
true that some people
Yeah,
that
I
when
spoke
they're
with my
dying,
dad. I was hysterical crying. I told him I couldn't get there. I told him my situation. And I told him, his mentioned my aunts and my uncles and the cousins that, that Aunt Mary's waiting for you. And I'm crying, Dad, I know you're waiting for me. I'm sick. I can't get on a plane. And I said, take your mind off things and pray for me. Now that may sound selfish to you, but I know my dad.
Yeah.
I was his firstborn. He adored me. He would come 3 months out of the year for 25 years to be with me and my kids to visit.
well, it's
And
funny
when I told him all that, within a few hours, he died peacefully.
Oh my gosh.
it's
Oh,
funny you say that because my mother-in-law waited. It's like she waited till everybody was there, and
Yeah.
they said, "It's okay, Mom. You can go. Just rest.
Yeah.
Go." And
Well,
she
I'm going to
died
tell
with
my kids not to tell me
everybody.
it's okay to go because that shit ain't going to fly. It ain't going to be okay for me to go.
That's
Make
like
sure I
me.
tell my kids, you
Use
can tell
any
me anything
means
you
you
want, but
want.
don't tell
I
me
have,
that crap.
I have a feeling me
No,
would hold her breath for like 2 minutes and be like, psych. Gotcha.
it's not okay.
she'd be like, don't tell me to go. I'll go when I feel like going.
Right, exactly. That'll be me. I'm not ready to die yet.
Well, my mom died in
Oh,
her
yeah.
sleep. She went to bed one
I know.
night and just never woke up.
I
And
hope that
that's like,
I
I
die.
think, the best way to
Yep.
go.
Yep.
I'm not so sure about that. Okay, you could be having the worst nightmare of your life. I don't think when you see people dying in their sleep, it's not always. I don't think it's always pleasant.
You don't? They look
No,
peaceful.
I don't.
They really do.
Unless they die with a smile on their face.
I mean,
I
wonder
guess my
Wow.
brother didn't even know that she had passed away until he went in. Well, you know how you dispel everything, when you pass away, until he went into her room and he saw that everything, her body had let go of everything. And then he realized she had passed away.
just doesn't seem
And
natural. They have to watch it, especially with your parents, and like I don't know. I don't know. Is the reason why we watch it is to help other people get through
Well,
it?
listen, the reality is we're all going to die. And the sooner we face the reality, the better off we'll start living a better life.
That's true. So
Okay? Write it down.
Write it down.
I
I
mean,
need
Lock it.
well,
like
and
for real.
two,
clock it. We could die
that's
tomorrow.
The only thing that we're sure of is we are all gonna die.
The
It
only
doesn't
thing is
matter
death
if you're
and
rich or
taxes.
poor.
That's right.
Right.
You
The
could
only
be a
thing to be
millionaire.
sure of is death and taxes. That's all
That's
guaranteed.
right.
Mhm.
Nothing else is guaranteed.
Yeah, nothing.
No. No.
Mm-mm.
But I've been to so many funerals. I don't even want to go to one anymore. The last funeral I went to, I was sick for 3 days. I mean, I had to call the doctor. I was so upset. It just my whole body was shot. My stomach, my head, the headache. That's how bad that funeral hit me. Especially because we were friends for almost 30 years, and she had two daughters that I knew everything about. The two daughters. Make a long story short, everything she wanted for a funeral didn't happen.
Oh, that's sad.
Everything, every request, which I saw in her daughters, didn't nothing, and and I've seen so many times where what the wishes of the deceased
I
don't
know.
occur, don't occur.
Well,
let me-
it's like my cousins when my grandmother passed away. You know what they did? They just went through her house and started, well, this is mine and this is mine and this is mine.
Yeah,
I wanted nothing.
Call them vultures.
I
It was
keep
like,
asked her,
almost.
like, when you have the last rites, I asked for a pastor to come out to give my dad his last rites, and he starts giving his last rites, but none of it was from what I was taught. Like, he was just making up along the way, and I literally stopped him and I said, "Excuse me." Like, excuse, you can't
well,
just
was that a
make-
priest was that a priest, a pastor, a priest, whatever, of your father's religion?
So we're Catholic, right?
Yeah, I'm
And-
Catholic.
Yeah. So whoever they brought, all he said, "Lee, you're gonna love this. Please forgive him for all of his sins, his name, and let him be with the Lord."
Oh,
That's not
that's
Yeah, but
it.
that's not that. Well, it's called extramunction, and there's a lot more said than that.
Yeah.
Thank you, because I was waiting for it, and I said, "Excuse me, can I see some credentials?" Not kidding.
I know when my son was in the hospital when he was a baby, because they didn't know if he had a failure to thrive thing, they brought a priest in and they gave him his last rites because that's what they do. And it was like, not, that wasn't it.
I see some
know.
credentials.
Because we're Catholic too.
I'm like, what the hell?
I'm adamant with that. A Catholic priest. I've got
Right?
it in my wallet. Call a priest. Call a priest. I mean, call the Catholic priest.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just forgive him for what he
These
did.
stories,
Okay.
they're
That's all it takes.
But what if he didn't do anything?
Right?
Well, he mustn't have gone to
Lee, my dad would have
seminary.
said that.
or he didn't pay attention when he did.
My dad would have said that. What if he
I
didn't
said,
do
"Can I
anything?"
see your manager?" Be a Karen. "Can I see your manager?
Right?
Can I see another priest?"
No, she did it right. Can I see your credentials? You sure you're a Catholic
Oh,
priest?
I was literally on my knees praying. Like, I had my dad's hand in my hand, and I'm praying with my head down, waiting, and that's all you get. Like, I felt so
Really?
ripped off.
Did you know your dad was going to pass away?
Did I know? So he passed from COVID, and it went
Oh,
one day. I mean, he was absolutely fine, to him like being flu-like, just like kind of sick and just laying in bed, to the next day being completely incoherent. Like,
I'm so sorry. Wow.
put the oxygen in his room and all of that. So, I mean, it was unexpected how it came, right? Because he was healthy, and then how fast he went. I'll say that.
Do you
Like,
think
Wow.
had it not been for COVID, he would have had a couple
ask
of
me
at
now-
least?
If you ask, yeah, I truly believe he would have lived. His sister's older than him, and she's healthy too, and he was fine. I mean, in great condition. Nothing.
Did he have any underlying
Nope, nothing. Healthy. And that's where I come up with, I'm never going to be a conspiracy theorist or whatever, but I truly, just because of my own experience with that, watching my dad, I feel like that was designed to kill old people.
Oh, please.
You know,
Yep.
like that's
So is
how
Medicare that you have to go on.
Yeah. Thank
Oh,
you.
there's no doubt they're trying to, kill us old people.
Well, I think my doctor makes me sick because every time I go into to visit him, he puts me in the freaking hospital. And I'll tell you what, you want to get me in a bad mood, you just tell me I have to go to the hospital.
yeah.
And why are they pushing Medicare on us so fucking fast?
Why are they
You have
pushing
to have it.
hospital?
I didn't get on it until way after I needed to. You're supposed to, so you get a penalty.
Well,
And
it's all about money.
It
yeah,
is.
and you have to go once a year for a wellness check. And this year you
Our
have to go
bill
for.
was $75,000 for when I was in. Well, we didn't have to pay it, but but
Anyway,
still,
my
And they
last
take
wellness check.
like so much money
My-
out of your
Yeah, my
fucking
last
check.
wellness check was recently, and I tell you, I really didn't get along with this doctor at all. It was a female physician.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing wrong with young doctors, don't get me wrong. But this doctor probably was in her early 40s. And, anyway,
There's something to be said.
she's ordering, she said, yeah, I'm going to order your mammogram. I said, I'm not going. I said, I'm not doing any more mammograms.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you need to, I says, no. She says, and we're going to schedule you for a colonoscopy. I said, absolutely not. No.
You don't have to. You could refuse
So
it.
she was getting upset. And I said, listen, I'm not going to be poked and prodded. I'm in
Right.
complete health. I'm done. I did all that crap for years. I'm done. I'm going to die from something and I don't want to know what it is. You got a problem with that? She looked at me like I'm fucking crazy.
I admire that, actually. I actually admire that.
Yeah. And then,
my own
And then I was as respectful as I can be, but you're not going to push me. You think I'm going to have a colonoscopy? Do you know how many people I know that have had colonoscopies and nothing but problems ever since?
Oh my God.
You don't know what they're doing when you're out
Yep.
and they're going in through your intestines. And if they see something, they're going to clip it. Are you kidding me?
Get the fuck out of here.
well, my
Are you kidding me?
sister-in-law is a doctor. And when I developed that hematoma,
Yeah.
Mhm.
she goes, that was the doctor's fault. And they'll never tell you that.
Oh my
She
God.
goes,
Right.
they'll never tell you that because of lawsuits.
Mhm.
And because my arm was twice its size.
Mhm.
He goes,
Ugh,
whatever
What
he
the
did,
fuck?
he made a mistake.
Yep.
But he's not going to tell you what happened, really.
Right.
And you're
Right.
under, so how the hell do you know? You don't know what
I
happened.
say, let me put it to you this way. I go to the doctor every year. I get my blood work every year. I've done all that stuff. And she wanted to schedule me for pap smear. Nope, not doing that anymore either.
I want to make mine
No.
too. Is it too early?
Yeah, it's money. Yeah, it's now.
My
I could see if
doctor is,
I could see if I had stomach ache, cramps, God forbid, blood in my stool. But my blood work I'm done. In other words, I'm not going through any of this
listen,
stuff anymore.
I had a mammogram last year. They want me to have one this year.
Oh, I refused.
Colonoscopy
I
last year
refused all
when
that
I was
shit.
in the hospital.
Sorry.
I
They want me to
haven't
have
had a
another one.
mammogram in 10 years.
Okay, so I'm canceling
I
mine.
never got a
Like,
colonoscopy, and I won't.
Right.
I feel fine.
Right. I am
So-
going to do a bone density. That I'm going to do.
I did a bone density
Oh, I
back
did
in
that.
2013.
I'm doing that. And
2013.
I'm going to do a chest x-ray. I'm going to do that. I'll do what I want to do.
That I'm gonna do. And
I
I'm
would-
not
But
gonna
even
do
the
that
bone
fucker.
density, you can just take Caltrate or whatever, because that's
Mm.
what they put me on. Because he said you got the beginnings of osteoporosis. And I said, well, that's an old person's thing. And he goes, just take some Caltrate. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just
Yeah.
taking that to make my bones stronger. Hi, Robbie. How you doing?
I don't see chat, so anybody that's in here,
It's
hi,
Save
and hi,
Robbie.
Robbie, and
He just came
Lanky,
up.
and I saw Jonathan.
Your
So hi
Christmas
to
tree
everyone. I'm
looks
not
nice.
seeing chat.
Late.
I hope Robbie had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm so happy that he
Hey,
found
Robbie,
someone.
congratulations, by the way.
I'm
I'm-
so glad he
I'm
found.
so happy for him.
the
He
love
found
of
his,
his
he,
life.
not only did he found somebody, but he found his twin.
I know.
I
Could
couldn't
they,
That's
he
the
believe it.
just
first
looks
thing
so
I
happy.
said when I saw a picture of
I was
him.
like, what the hell? It's like looking in the mirror.
They're like a perfect couple, really.
Really,
Yeah.
They are.
It's
But
like
you
a
know how they
forever couple.
say that if you're with somebody that you start to look like them?
No,
Yeah.
that
That's
was
not true.
before they found each other. They found their twin. I mean,
Mm.
I wonder how it was when you first met, looking at each other, going, "Wait, that's me. No, that's me."
Carla, you ever seen the pictures of owners that start to look like their dogs?
Oh, I like that.
I know.
They oh my gosh, that is so funny.
He's way more.
way more sane than me. Well, you're on YouTube's, Robbie, so that's understandable. We're all insane on here.
Mm.
But
You
congratulations.
know what I've been getting into, and I'm surprised I didn't know about this. Elizabeth Holmes,
I'm
that
happy
whole
for you.
Theranos story, it's like mind blowing.
Is it Netflix, Lee?
It's well, the court case, she got 11 years and 3 months, federal
Okay.
prison. I mean, the whole story, you guys have to look it up and then maybe we
I'm
could talk
going
about it
to.
another time. But I mean, I'm just like blown away how she could make a $9 billion corporation with a product that was just a box of nothing.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah. Elizabeth Holmes.
Elizabeth Holmes.
What did
There's
she
an
make?
HBO. She made what they called a little box that one little drop of blood can do 200 tests. It never came to fruition.
Oh,
It's a very
yeah,
long,
but she got sued for that. She
Yeah.
got sued for
yeah, it's
that.
a very long, deep
Yeah.
story. So I
Yeah.
just want you guys to check it out, and then maybe we could talk about it when,
I'll check.
when
Yeah, I did.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll check it out.
because I find it's just
It's fascinating
before
how
I
she
even
could have.
knew it just popped up on one of my notifications.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing I saw was her on TED Speaks or whatever. I don't know, something where you get up and you speak in a big auditorium. I didn't even know anything about the product, anything about the case. And I actually said,
She
what are
ripped
you,
him off.
crazy? What you're saying is absolutely impossible. So that's
No,
what made
it
me
would have.
dig into her and dig and dig and dig. And I mean, I spotted the first time I saw her, I didn't know anything about her. I just watched one where she was talking live at an event. And I was saying, I didn't know what year it was or anything. I just said, yeah, right, that's not happening. And then I said, oh my God, how did she swindle $9 million
I'm
out of
so
She
people?
did.
in that
She
same
did.
direction. I'm going to start
No,
with
9 billion, 9
No,
billion. Sorry.
she made a mint.
I'm
I
gonna
watched. I watched
TED
that.
Talks and I'm going to go on from there.
I don't
That's
even
it.
know what the
TED
story is
Talk.
about, but I'll look it up.
Yeah, you guys have to look it up because it's unbelievable. It's
Yeah, it
unbelievable.
is. It is.
I don't
I
know how
saw
she
it.
fooled all these people.
She did.
But
I
then
watched that Killing Fields. Did you see that one? I was watching it with my husband this afternoon. It's called The
I
That
Killing
sounds
Fields.
familiar.
The
Isn't
guy
that an
had,
old?
yeah,
I think I watched that.
Yeah, the
No,
old one. The guy back in the 80s, and he
That's
got
an old
the
movie.
old
Yeah.
case. But they finally, he did kill those other girls, but out of technicality in Texas back then, he got out. Instead of doing his 30 years, he only did 6 years
Hmm.
in prison, and he never admitted to killing the other girls, although he admitted to one of the prisoners, but they said you can't get him on that.
That's hearsay.
So
I've got to
They
check that
can't
out.
take
Right
hearsay.
now, I'm blown away by this Shanquilla, that beautiful young lady in Mexico.
Oh my gosh.
That's just like, oh my
You know
the
God.
world we live in is
Now,
Killing
who beat her up? Was it this transsexual that
I
beat her?
have no idea. All I saw briefly was the video. You could see she was knocking her in the head. To me, she died her neck was broken first. I mean,
that's what I think.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah.
this is a
broken.
horror. Could you imagine? They're in the most expensive
Yep.
resort in Mexico, like 1,400 a night. I mean, this place is spectacular. You're not even there 24 hours. and you're dead. You get killed.
I
You really
would,
got to
you
watch
could
who your
not
friends are,
pay me.
don't you?
Real.
You could not pay me to go to
Her
Mexico.
neck was severed from her spine.
Yeah.
That's how bad she was.
Violent, yeah.
The
Wow.
video was so brief, I couldn't take much more of it. So at least people are being very
Did you
kind.
get
I
to
think
see her
there's some
video?
long,
I wanted to see it.
I
Not
don't.
Oh,
because
it's horrifying. It's horrifying. It's brief and
there's some
horrifying.
longer videos out
Was
there.
there somebody
Hey,
hiding
Simon, come on
behind?
up.
Hi, Simon. Was there
Tia, what's her name? Tia Simone. She's covering it. I watched her earlier. Tia Simone
okay?
is covering the case.
Was there someone hiding behind the sliding doors when?
Honey, there was 6 people in the house. Well, one of her friends beat the shit out of her.
I
Plain
know,
and
but
simple.
that's the one who got one of them got arrested. That
I didn't hear of
Desiree-
anyone getting arrested.
Or
Me
they
neither.
said
They
they
were
said
startled.
that Desiree, or she's got a warrant out for arrest or something.
Right. Yeah, because I watched tonight that channel, and there was no update regarding any arrests at this point. That otherwise, unless she said it and I missed it, but no, I don't
She's
think
got-
anyone's been arrested.
But the rest, I mean, how can you
They
go
all
to?
they all need to go to jail
Fuck
They
yeah!
all do. Yep.
for
And then
life. Every
then they
one of them.
stole her money and her credit card, and she paid for all their fucking trips too.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
She was so successful, so beautiful, so
Yeah.
young.
Hi,
Listen,
Michelle.
Michelle,
I just
hi
posted the link
everyone.
in case you guys want to come up.
she was arrested today. Okay, see, I've been watching.
Oh, she was.
She was
Oh,
arrested.
Okay.
Good. I thought so.
Okay,
You know-
now answer me this, and I'm not transphobic, but who was a transsexual? Because
I didn't even hear. I didn't even
They
hear.
said that was a rumor. She wasn't. That's what they said.
Oh, okay, it was
that
just
she,
a rumor.
yeah, that was just a rumor. She wasn't.
Yeah, no, I didn't
Oh.
hear anything like that.
Yeah, because Michelle was watching. It was called Down the Rabbit Hole.
I think Mallory said it.
I like
actually.
Um,
But someone else said it too, not just her, because I wouldn't take it for it.
I've been out of true crime lately. I've watched a little bit here and there. It's just too much around the holidays for me.
Can you imagine? Like,
And I can't,
Mm.
Eddie. I can't.
yeah, I don't want to
Oh,
think
please,
about
she's
it either.
too close. She needs to go back. She's too close to us. I can't.
What are you talking?
Betty being in Idaho. Blowhorn Betty.
Why is that where she is?
Mhm.
Oh, that crime too. All those girls. That guy. Oh, in Idaho. Something's. I don't. I don't know,
Right.
man.
He's walking free.
You know, my daughter went to college. She's a graduate. Both my kids. And I wouldn't let my daughter live. My daughter, you know, I wouldn't let her live off campus. Excuse me. I wouldn't let her live off campus till she was a senior. You know, and then she had, you know, girls that she knew a long time. I just lost my voice, people. But
I heard you.
I mean, these girls, there was one more gorgeous than the other. They were
know.
so beautiful, all of them.
No.
Beautiful, very attractive.
Yep.
6 girls in one house with a keypad that anybody could get the number. So you're talking 6 girls. They all had to know at least 10, 15 people.
Yep.
They
boys-
said it was a party
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
And when my son went to college, I'd go up on the weekends to go see him and who his friends were. I'd go see my daughter. I mean, you know, even when they go to college, you got to watch.
yeah.
I'm not blaming the parents. Don't get me wrong. It just angers me. My daughter, freshman, I'm going to let her live with 5 girls in a big house with a lockbox
Oh,
code on
God,
it.
hell no.
Hell no. But the idea is it's a small town. There's no crime there. You think your daughter's going to be safe. Your children are going to be safe.
No, I wouldn't have my daughter live next door in my small town at that age. And she's going into college. No. Nope.
But there's been no crime in that town. It's a small town. It's a college town.
Yeah, but
I'm
that's what they
talking
say.
6 gorgeous girls in one house.
Didn't they say
Hormones
that
are
about
flying. I mean, come on.
the Delphi girls when they were murdered? There was never any crime in that place either.
Yeah,
Right.
there's no crime until
You
there's a
just never know.
Yeah.
There just has to be one weirdo.
And by the way, when my daughter went into the house as a senior, it was still on campus. Because you either have a dorm, and then when you and then they
Yeah.
have the little houses on campus,
Yeah.
Right.
and there was 4 girls in it, but she was still on campus. Where they have guards and gates, and I mean, no place is
Mhm.
safe. Ted Bundy went into campus and murdered girls. I
So
mean,
did
young, beautiful girls
that
are not safe anywhere.
guy too. There was another guy that he's dead now because he got the death penalty, and they actually put him down. But uh, he
No,
actually went on a
that
campus
just,
in
and then I
Florida.
don't understand how the 2 girls didn't hear a thing. But it's understandable. I mean, it's
I'm
possible not to hear anything. They're exhausted.
worried that
They maybe had headphones on.
this guy is like military. Like I'm worried
They got to
about.
find this. They got to find this person.
What happened with Smokey P?
I don't know what happened.
Smokey P's been going through stuff lately and families and family health.
I don't know.
What happened, Lanky?
He's having a Christmas party. He
Hmm.
wants everybody to send him a gag gift.
Oh,
Yeah, that young girls in Idaho just makes me cry. Really.
It does. It
And
freaks.
even the young man. Oh my God.
6 people.
I was telling
4
him
were murdered.
today in the
Yeah.
car. I'm just like,
That reminded me of
Oh.
what that in Florida, that guy went on campus and was killing. He actually killed one. I think he killed, I don't know how many girls, but he killed one guy.
It's terrible.
Oh, boy.
I don't
Yeah.
know. It can't be my imagination. I'm hearing more murders. I've always
I
been into
think
true crime since the
because we're
Manson in the 60s. So it just seems more and more.
Here I
on the
go again.
internet, so we see it more.
Maybe that's it.
My internet's messing up bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut down probably pretty close.
I gotta try and get to sleep. But I'm so glad you were up, Carla, and all you
I'm
people in
glad I
chat.
did
Love
too.
you all.
Yeah, love you
I
too.
love you
Miss you,
Love you,
too.
Nunya.
And thank you for coming up all the time, because
Haven't
I
Love
seen
you,
really
you.
Carla.
enjoy when you come up.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
I miss
Thank you so
you.
much. Oh, well, when I'm around and I see you, I'm here.
I
I know, I
know, but
see you.
we used to see you a lot. I was like, where did
Well,
Well,
here's
Lee go?
the
my
thing.
hours change, and then
It's
I still work. So
there's no
Oh,
subject. I mean, I kind of go off the skin of my teeth. It's just whatever comes up, whatever topic comes up, because I just don't have. Uh, but we can go on, I'd have to do my research on that lady,
Elizabeth Holmes.
Elizabeth
It's
Holmes.
just incredibly interesting. She had Kissinger. She had Schultz. He was a former Secretary of State for 2 presidents. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. I
I
mean,
think you know what though. I think some of them. I feel some of them were in on it. They were trying to make a money scam. That's what I think.
What was it,
well,
like a
she got away
Ponzi?
with it. She got away with it because it was private investors and there was no
Right,
stock. That's
right.
why she got away with it for so long, because it didn't go public.
How did they
Wow.
But
catch
you want
her?
to know the funny thing? And then because I know we all got to go to bed. When it went out to Walgreens, I remember walking in Walgreens. This was like mid 2000, 2006, 2007, somewhere there.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going into Walgreens and they were offering a blood test. Like all these blood tests for like nothing, with $2, something crazy. I remember getting the results. I didn't connect it until I watched it all. Then I remembered. And I was telling my daughter, she goes, Mom, you're kidding. I go, yeah, but I just putting 2 and 2 together now. And I remember getting my blood work. I mean, there was a million things wrong with me. The blood work was insane. But I go to the doctor every year, get my blood work done. And I remember reading it and I had all these damn things wrong with me, which wasn't true. And I just thought nothing of it. I showed it to my doctor. We laughed, and we just threw it out. It was like a joke. It was supposed to be like, it was like not to take serious. You know,
Wow.
it was free, and I didn't. But you know, when you do the research on all this, many people took it serious. They didn't have insurance. They relied on that cheap blood work. They were diagnosed with things they
Wow.
didn't have, treated with things they didn't have. Thank God she was stopped before someone got killed.
Yeah.
Or maybe some people did, and we don't know. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's just something interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, and then we can talk about it the next time.
Okay, I'm
gonna
gonna
get
drop
it.
down. Thank you so much. Love
Okay,
you
thank
all
you
in
for
chat.
coming. I love you too.
My
Bye.
pleasure. Take care, Nunya. Glad you
You
girls
too.
worked it out.
Yeah, me too.
Of course.
Okay, bye for
Didn't think
now.
we wouldn't.
No.
Good.
All right.
Love you
All right.
guys.
I love you too.
Love you, honey.
I'm dedicating this stream to you.
Oh God. Okay, I love you. We'll talk in the
Okay, love
morning.
you too. All
Okay.
right.
Bye.
Bye.